Welcome to News 20 at 5. I'm Giselle Thomas.
And I'm Brea Hollingsworth. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday.
2 years ago on September 9th, Stanley Jaboyne was accused of killing 3 FSU students while driving nearly 100 miles per hour. Jaboyne's jury began today and is expected to last for the next 2 days. He faced 3 counts of vehicular homicide after leaving the scene of a crash involving the death and 2 counts of hit and run. According to investigators, Jaboyne was driving his Dodge Charger near the intersection of White and Pensacola Drive when he collided with a PT Cruiser driven by one of the victims. At the time of the crash, Jaboyne had an alcohol level of .237. Investigators say it was his high speed that caused the crash, according to court records.
In the past year, Tallahassee has dealt with crime and death rates increasing, so much so that citizens started to worry about the outcome of the city's prevention of violence. A Tallahassee program came up with a way to fight crime. A program called Tempo, Tallahassee Engaged in Meaningful Productivity for Opportunity, provides a chance for young adults from the age of 16 to 24 who are not in school or work to find an outlet that doesn't involve a lifestyle of crime. Kimball Thomas, the administrator of the Tempo program, provides efforts to talk to the youth on the streets to see who is willing enough to take advantage of the opportunity to get back on track.
Leon County Commissioner Bill Proctor is urging City Manager Rick Fernandez to fire the Community Redevelopment Agency's top official, Roxanne Manning. In light of the CRA and FBI investigation on her watch, Proctor, a member of the CRA's 9 members board, wrote a 6-page letter about her shortcomings. Manning said she had no knowledge of the letter and she offered no further commitment on the matter. A Los Angeles company owner was indicted on wire fraud charges. The company was hired to do specialty license plates for a Florida nonprofit. The owner, Michael D. Towner, faces the 16 counts of wire fraud. Towner's 2 companies were hired as marketers for the Florida Live the Dream license plates provided by the Dream Foundation. Investigative officials say Towner made authorized transfers at an estimated $250,000 between July 2010 and November 2016. This was well over the percentage allowed under Florida law. The maximum sentence for wire fraud is 20 years in prison. The Leon County Board of Commissioners had a workshop to address state and federal legislative priorities. We were there at the meeting. Let's see what we found out.
On Medicaid.
Leon County resident Dr. Edward Hollifield isn't too happy about infrastructure updates. He made that known at this public meeting.
Those are nice sounding words, infrastructure. And surely, there's certain things that we need.
This workshop focused on the 2018 state and federal legislative priorities, which brought state, local, and nationwide representatives together to discuss major changes in Leon County. Dr. Hollifield doesn't like the county's current living demographic.
When people talk about low-income housing, what do they do? They put all of the low-income housing on the south side of town. And what you do is you just concentrate poverty on the south side of town.
The county commission approved the restoration of Gulf Coast passenger rail service. The new route enables passengers to travel between New Orleans, Jacksonville, and Leon County. Texting while driving will now be considered a registered offense in the state of Florida, enabling law enforcement to pull over drivers for texting while driving without having another traffic offense. District 5 Leon County Commissioner Christian Dozier says that the Community Redevelopment Agency is here to help low-income areas.
Now we need to help as a catalyst to improve the infrastructure, and we have facade improvement grants that help businesses improve their property and hopefully attract more customers.
More changes are coming to Leon County, and lawmakers say that Florida's capital will continue to thrive with new approvals to policies. The Concealed Weapons on College or University Campuses amendment to the bill was also approved, affecting FSU and FAMU campuses, enabling a person to carry concealed weapons on campus or university facilities in the near future.
Tallahassee residents took part in the Cash for Trash event. Multimedia journalist Ebony Walker finds out just how it benefits the environment and gives folks a small discount on their utility bills.
Tallahassee residents, the saying, "one man's trash is another man's treasure," proves to be true. The City of Tallahassee Utilities Department had its annual Cash for Trash event. It's held every third Saturday in October. people unloaded all of their unwanted items and received a $5 credit on their utility bills. Diane Roeder was one of the first to arrive with a trailer full of items.
I often come once a year and sometimes twice a year, depending on how much stuff we've accumulated. And between myself and my children, somebody always needs to drop off something. So this is a great way to get it done.
Cash for Trash took in batteries, fluorescent lights, television sets, furniture, and any items that were too large to fit inside of a trash can. To participate, all you needed was a copy of your utility bill for this month to prove that you are indeed a Tallahassee resident. Paul Hurst led this event.
Almost all of it's recycled. Even the electronics, the household hazardous waste, those that can be recycled are recycled. The construction debris, it goes to Marpan Recycling here in town, and they sort and process all the scrap type material that we take to them. Scrap metals are pulled out and recycled. If the wood is not pressure treated or painted, it'll be ground up into mulch. So the overwhelming majority of this material, tires, batteries, all that gets recycled.
Today's Cash for Trash event is one of the 2 events held by the City of Tallahassee Utilities each year. It's a perfect day for Tallahassee residents to do a little spring cleaning in the fall. In Tallahassee, I'm Ebony Walker, News 20.
The event lasted 7 hours. And the Tallahassee Police Department was awarded a federal grant that could pay a minimum of 450 body cameras. The program requires the city to add an additional $800,000 for the program. City commissioners will vote today on whether to match the 2-year grant if approved. The city will need to spend additional funds. And coming up on News 20 at 5. The body of a 3-year-old was found in an unlikely place in Jacksonville. We have the gruesome details when we return. Stay tuned. You're watching News 20 at 5. Welcome back to News 20. I'm Brea Hollingsworth. And now we have a story that dampers the day. Officials in Florida are investigating the death of a 3-year-old boy whose body was found in an underground water tank Sunday at a Jacksonville park. Folks noticed Amari Harley was missing at the time he was while attending a birthday party with family and friends. After several hours of searching, officials found the boy's body later Sunday evening. Police want to make contact with everyone who was at the park at the time of the incident, saying they've already spoken to numerous witnesses. Amari's loved ones say they don't know how he could have gotten into the tank, and it's not clear if the openings to the tank were properly covered or not. The mayor's office is assisting with the investigation, and there's a town hall meeting set for Monday evening.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment Live. I'm Sade Kelly here with your entertainment news. Robert Guillaume died overnight in his Los Angeles home. The 89-year-old was best known for portraying level-headed Benson DuBois in the TV show Benson, which ran from 1979 until 1986. That role won him an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy in 1985. Guillaume captured an entirely new audience in 1994 when he provided the voice for Rafiki in the animated Disney hit The Lion King. He battled prostate cancer during the last 2 years of his life. He leaves behind a wife and 4 children. Stars came out for the premiere of Thank You for Your Service Monday night. The film tells the story of a group of soldiers returning home after the war in Iraq. It highlights post-traumatic stress disorder and other struggles vets face as they readjust to civilian life. The film is based on a nonfiction novel of the same title, and actor Miles Teller, who plays an Army sergeant in the film, says it was difficult getting into character. Tyler Perry was the lifeline for movie theaters this weekend. His comedy sequel, Boo 2, A Medea Halloween, opened at the top spot at the box office. The movie raked in close to $22 million, but that was the only good news for the movie theaters. Moviegoers largely shunned another newcomer, the sci-fi flick Geostorm. It's projected to pull in about $13 million this weekend. Its storyline about a global weather disaster may be a turnoff after the recent hurricanes. 3 University of Houston students are going to the World Series for free, thanks to Ellen DeGeneres. A huge crowd gathered at the university on Tuesday to see the talk show host. She said on Twitter that attendees should wear the biggest outfit for a chance to win. 3 friends won tickets to Game 4 in Houston on Saturday. Tuesday's taping and ticket giveaway will air Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. That's all I have for your entertainment. Back to you all at the desk.
Coming up next, we'll have weather and a 7-day forecast.
Don't move. You're watching News 20.
Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. I'm Angelique Beckford with your weather, and that fall weather is finally setting in with 67 degrees. It's sunny outside. Humidity is at 30%. Winds are moving at 13 miles per hour, and there's a 0% chance of rain. Let's take it to our night forecast. Tonight we will have clear skies. It'll be 54 degrees, winds will be moving at 13 miles per hour, humidity at 32%. The sun will be setting at 6:55 and there will be a 0% chance of rain. Let's take it on to our area temperatures. Albany has a high 68 and a low 52. Bainbridge has a high 80 and a low 63. Crawfordville has a high 79 and a low 64. Marietta has a high 80 and a low 61. Moving on to Malta, it's a high 77 and a low 60. Thomasville has a high 79 and a low 62. And lastly, Quincy has a high 78 and a low 61. Let's take it to our weekend forecast. It'll be mostly sunny on Thursday with a high 70 and a low 49. Friday, it's mostly sunny with a high 78 and a low 59 as well. Moving on to Saturday's forecast, there's some possible showers, so make sure you have your rain boots and your umbrella with a high 76 and a low 47. Sunday, it's mostly sunny with a high 63 and a low 40. And Monday, it's partly cloudy, but we have a high 66 and a low 42. That'll be it for your weather. We'll be back.
Welcome back, folks. Jessica Ward here with your sports. The Florida State Seminoles were back in action this past Saturday. News 20 digital journalist Stanley Danzy joins us now. Stanley, what do you have for us?
That's right, Jessica. It was a battle to the finish. Fans from both sides were roaring until the final seconds of the game. The Florida State Seminoles clashed against the Louisville Cardinals Saturday in an epic ACC matchup at Doak Campbell Stadium. The Cardinals sealed the victory with a 34-yard field goal to go ahead 31-28 as time expired. Reigning Heisman winner and Louisville quarterback Lamar Jackson put on another show-stopping performance as he racked up over 300 yards in total offense for his 8th consecutive game, accumulating 178 yards on the ground and 156 yards through the air, including 1 touchdown. Florida State found themselves in a 14-28 deficit after the third quarter, but battled back after Nyquan Murray recovered a fumble in the end zone and later caught a 20-yard touchdown pass from freshman quarterback James Blackman. Head coach Jimbo Fisher exchanged words with the fan while exiting the stadium and was subsequently asked about his frustration in the post-game press conference.
Support me. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to be nasty. I shouldn't have said something. But at the same time, defending players and people you're with, I'm in charge of them. I love them.
Freshman quarterback James Blackman was able to put together a strong performance, throwing for 2 touchdowns, 248 yards, but did have 2 interceptions on the day. Running backs Jacquez Patrick and Cam Akers led the Seminoles on the ground, rushing for 70 and 77 yards respectively. On Monday morning, Patrick was confirmed to have suffered a knee injury and will likely miss the rest of the season. Though the running back had nothing but high praise for the running backs FSU still has left to finish the season.
This is not just me and Cam in that position group. There's a lot of guys in that group that we all work hard, you know what I'm saying? And we just go out there, execute, what we coached. And that's the biggest thing, we got a good coach.
The Florida State Seminoles suffered another ACC loss after Heisman winner Lamar Jackson drove his Louisville Cardinals down the field with a game-winning field goal, sealing the deal 31-28. This is Stanley Danzy reporting News 20 at 5.
Thanks, Stanley. That's all we have for your sports today, folks. We'll have more News 20 at 5 after the break.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us tonight. For Angelique Beckford and for Jessica Ward, I'm Giselle Thomas.
And I'm Brea Hollingsworth. Thanks for watching. And also remember to follow us at FAMUTVnews.com for more news updates. Have a great evening.